I'm Tara Brandner, and this is Hopeful Hints, an infertility podcast where you will receive quick, hopeful hints to guide you through infertility. Here, you will find education, inspiration, and most importantly, find peace as you walk through this journey to fulfill your family vision. Today's episode is brought to you by Protia Nutrition, Dr. Brandner approved. Protia Nutrition was designed specifically for women and encompasses all fitness and wellness needs without including harsh stimulants or artificial ingredients. And the best part is many of the products can be used in pregnancy and while breastfeeding. What you see on the label is exactly what you get. Nothing hidden. No special mixes, just science-based ingredients at effective doses, keeping your long-term health in mind. Check out the link located in today's show notes to check out all of Protia's supplements, including my favorite fertility-friendly products. Since the timing of this podcast recording, I have went on my own personal journey with Natalia and hypnosis. You guys, I cannot tell you how amazing this is. And the changes that have positively taken place in all of my life, not just one or two areas. Change your mind, change your life, as Natalia says. If you want to learn more about my experience or have any questions, please reach out to me on Instagram at Tara B Fertility. Enjoy this episode on hypnosis. Welcome to Hopeful Hints. I'm your host, Tara Brandner, and I'm so excited for today's guest, Natalia Griffin. I'm going to share more about why I'm super excited to have her. But first, let me introduce her. She is a hypnotherapist who started by helping entrepreneurs overcome money blockages. She then experienced a painful, undiagnosed ectopic pregnancy where she almost lost her life. This led her to start serving women struggling to conceive. Welcome to Hopeful Hints, Natalia.
Hi, thank you for having me. It's good to be here.
Can you share, before we get started with your 3 hopeful hints, a little bit about your story and connection to the infertility community?
Absolutely. So when I was going through the healing of my ectopic miscarriage and dealing with, a tube that was damaged, anxiety and fear began to creep in, am I going to be able to conceive again? Will I have another ectopic? And at the time, I was already a hypnotherapist. So I was very conscious of the thoughts that were going on in my mind. And I had my subconscious mind working as my ally. I knew how to access it. But what I realized on my healing journey is that even so, this is hard. And what I realized is that the majority of women on the fertility journey and dealing with infertility aren't even clued into how they can have their subconscious mind support them through the journey. And that's when I just shifted everything and I realized, okay, these women are who I am to serve. And so I switched my entire business to just pour my life into supporting women, helping them find mental freedom on the fertility journey while also helping many, many women break through their infertility and conceive their baby.
Amazing. So I have to share with everybody, we just got done doing a session with me and I'm still like in a total zen. What'd you call it? Beta wave? Where am I at right now?
So you're probably back in beta, but you were in theta, which is not quite sleep, which is delta. But in theta is where you access the subconscious mind. And it is in theta where you do all of the subconscious rewiring and reconditioning and relearning, right? It's where your brain waves or your brain makes new learning synapses, right? So it's in that place where you can create massive, swift, rapid, long-lasting transformation.
I didn't want to come out of theta. It was probably one of the most comfortable places I have been in a long, long time. What I've noticed just with our session already, like we worked on me being able to focus more is kind of what our session was for today. But I think you have packages, and we're going to talk more about that at the end, what you offer. But this is something that people should incorporate into their healthcare team. Let's just call it that way, under their fertility care team. I think
Mhm.
being able to turn your brain to that theta, did I say that right? Is a theta stage?
Yep.
Um, Even if it's for an hour, oh my gosh, like, tell us more about how beneficial that can be for people going through infertility.
I mean, I can tell you what I think, but I'm just going to point to the research because I'm a research girl. Domar Women's Mind Body Health Center did a research study on infertility in infertile women. And what they found is after 6 months of a mind body fertility program, 55% of previously labeled infertile women became pregnant.
Amazing. Wow.
So I have chills because there needs to be more federally funded study on this type of work. Now, the reason why I think my numbers are what they are, which are similar to this study, is there's power to going into the subconscious mind, right? There's power to belief, there's power to rehearsing what you want. Yes, manifestation, but also creating homeostasis in your womb, creating homeostasis and healing through your entire body. It all begins in the mind. And so I'm a hypnotherapist. I help people overcome blockages, right? It's very technical, right? But when you're dealing with fertility, you're also dealing with kind of like a spiritual aspect too, because you're dealing with guiding another soul into this world. And so it's very much technical, neurological, but then there's also that spiritual aspect that I bring in with all of my clients and helping them amp up their level of belief that yes, miracles can happen every day. And yes, why not you? So this is the work that I do with my clients. And yeah, it's not for everyone, but it is for many, many women. And the women that are connecting with me are having their life transformed, whether it's accessing that peace and serenity amidst the chaos, really trying to connect with their true self. And then for many, getting pregnant.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. So let's dive in to your hopeful hints. Hopeful hint number one.
So one thing consistent I see in this entire community is the anxiety, right? The fear, the chaotic, just reality. And so the first thing I want to empower you with right now is that you don't have to stay here. You are in control, even though it doesn't feel like you are. You are in control of this moment. You are in control of how you feel. You absolutely do not have to stay feeling anxious. You do not have to stay feeling chaotic. Um, yes, there are certain life circumstances that suck and they're not pleasant, and this isn't toxic positivity. What it is empowering you to know that you can shift out of fight or flight into a place that's working for you and supporting where you want to go. So that's number one. Number two is kind of something that I already touched on. And again, just want to ignite this within you right now. Miracles, mind bending miracles happen every day. I am a witness, a firsthand witness of mind bending miracles happening every day on account of belief. And you can build that belief. And you can borrow mine until we build yours too. All you need is that tiny mustard seed belief in miracles to begin to see shifts happen in your life. So just encouraging you to know that miracles happen every day and you can be one that experiences one.
That is so beautiful. I think we forget that we are
Mhm.
worthy so often in this journey. There's just so much that consumes us and takes away from remembering who we were before infertility and how amazing and powerful and beautiful we are.
I know a lot takes, especially those diagnoses from our superior, from the doctor, like that can oftentimes almost hinder that magic within. Like every single woman, every single person on this entire planet is divine. We are a divine reflection of Gaia, of the universe, of God, of that source, of that spirit. We are that. We are a thumbprint. We were made from that. So it's tapping into that worthiness, just like you said, Tara, that you are worthy because you are divine, and stepping into that new thought, which becomes a new you.
Absolutely. So beautiful. Hopeful hint number 3.
I hope this resonates a little bit different with me, so I'm hoping it's not redundant, but mental freedom. It begins in your mind. It can be yours. Mental freedom, serenity, peace amidst the chaos. Not taking away the chaos because that's life, right? That's our learning. But finding mental freedom and peace within it, you have access to right now. It's already within you. It's just learning how to access it. And so that mental freedom begins in the mind. And like I shared with Tara earlier before our session, it begins in a part of the mind where very, very few people know how to access. And that part of the mind is the subconscious. And I teach hundreds of women in my community how to access, not only with working with me privately or working within my digital programs, but also with yourself. I teach all of my private clients how to do self hypnosis and be able to take themselves out of flight or fright, something that's triggering, to a place of peace, serenity, and groundedness. So it can be yours. You have access to it already.
That is beautiful. I'm just pulling up your, because I thought you have like a group program or something, right?
Yeah, so coming up here in January 17, we're starting is a free live 5-day hypnofertility challenge. And during these 5 days, we do a lot of things, right? But the main goal is to teach women how to reduce the anxiety of the journey and then also overcome one of their baby blocks to allow them to turn up their fertility.
Okay, Natalia, you have to share with everybody, what do you offer? Explain all of the offerings that you have, because there's so much. There's so many different ways to work with you and to have access to this.
Okay, my biggest ways. One, private sessions. If you're on the fertility journey or you're for pregnant after a loss, or even on the postpartum journey, but typically I'd say 90% of my clients are um, doing natural fertility or on the IVF journey or pregnant and full of anxiety because they had a loss. So one-on-one clients is or sessions is one way that I work with women. Um, I start with about a 30-minute free consultation. Um, it's minimum commitment of 12 sessions just because of the nature of fertility. Sometimes there's hormone corrections that we need to make that takes time. So 12 session minimum commitment to work with me. And just to kind of mirror what I said earlier, my numbers are 50% of my clients become pregnant. These are women that have struggled with infertility. Okay. And then the second way to work with me is through my digital program. So I worked 2 years to develop my digital program based on my findings with my private clients. And this is a 12-week program. It's called the Fertility Frequency Code. And it's all that, and my entire hypnosis library can be accessed within my digital membership called The Pathway. And that is a membership that you can listen to and start your day with every single day, from 15 minutes to 25 minutes of hypnosis. Make it part of your self-care ritual, um, and just part of your everyday. So that's another way, is through the Pathway membership. Everything is 3D sound. It's beautifully recorded. It's only audio. It is lovely. One of the other perks of being a Pathway member is that you get to request sessions. So, for example, if you want your own personal recording, you make a request and it's delivered within a week.
That is amazing. You guys, you have to check it out. I'm going to put all of the links in today's show notes. I wish I would have had this when I was going through. There's meditation, but this is like next level. This is next level healing. And a step deeper into meditation.
Mhm.
I just sat/laid down during our session and was instantly taken to a place of relaxation, like I said earlier, that I have not been to, well, probably ever. That was like pretty deep. I
Wow.
don't know, but this today was different. And I think it's because of my current life circumstances that I've allowed myself to go that deep. But I'm going to share more about this on social and just continue my relationship with Natalia. I think she's going to be able to offer a level of healing that we all would benefit from in this community. And like she said earlier, okay, keyword, there's research backing this. Like, I'm not one that has to have research for everything, but share more. You said there's research to back this.
Yeah. So the Domar Mind Body Women's Center. That's one of the research studies that is the most amazing for me. Um, and yeah, I mean, there's growing research all around in terms of the mind body connection, right? I mean, there's documentaries. There's enough evidence out there that there is a powerful mind body connection, and that we have power to our body's ability to heal far beyond what anyone has allowed us to believe, right? So that magic of our own healing has been taken away because, I mean, I am one for Western medicine. We need it. However, don't let it hinder your ability to know your capability. You are pure potential. If you have endometriosis, if you have PCOS, if you have hormone imbalances, if you have issues with your lining, like whatever it may be, you are pure potential. You are a divine spiritual being. Connect with that. Connect with your pure potential. And that's what I help guide people to do. I don't do it for you. I guide my clients to find that own within them. Um, and a lot of them are able to unlock healing, unlock potential, unlock their fertility.
Beautiful. Well, Natalia, thank you so much for joining us today. Where can we follow along with you at?
I am Her World Hypnosis on everything. So Her World Hypnosis on Instagram, Her World Hypnosis on Facebook. I do have a private Facebook group called Hypnosis Support Fertility. And I do some free hypnosis on there. It's my community group. Welcome to add yourself, request access there. But pretty much Her World Hypnosis everywhere. You can find me. I'm not labeled as Natalia Griffin. I'm just labeled as my brand, which is Her World Hypnosis.
Wonderful. You guys check it out. Consider sessions. Actually, if I was your healthcare provider, I'd be writing orders for you to go see her. It was so amazing. So thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week, Tuesday. If you enjoyed today's show, please head over and hit subscribe or leave a review for Hopeful Hints and Infertility Podcast. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you back here next week, Tuesday.